Alright guys, welcome back. Lost Cause here. Gonna go ahead, it says Brennan Hansard on the thing, that's my name. I wanted to make it my nickname, but that's okay. Anyway guys, thanks for coming to the channel, checking it out. Today we're gonna be playing a complete classic from NES. And you know, it's just kind of a let's play. I practiced this game a lot, and I have yet to beat it. It just hasn't happened. This you know, you talk about new games being hard, you know, and Dark Souls comes to mind. I've beat Dark Souls 1 and 2 tons, but this thing just dominates me constantly. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. First stage is pretty simple. You know, not doing anything special, just try to jump through them. But I forgot there was 3. The good thing about this game, I will say, well, there's all kinds of good stuff about this game. It's awesome. It's fun to play. Like, you'll never have more fun getting your butt kicked in your life, I feel like. But, one of the things I just love about this game, too, is you really learn it as you beat it. So, like, by the time you get through the stages, you know, you've died so many times that they're pretty close to memorized. And then you just blow through them. There's no save feature, obviously, and I'm not going to beat the whole game today. There's probably, you know, it just depends on. I'll probably play it whenever I feel like it. Eventually, I would like to beat it and have a full playthrough, but we're not to that point yet. I can get to there's 6 stages, and then you'll see 1, 1, and so forth, so forth. I'm at 1, 2. But there's 6 full, I guess, levels. With bosses on it, and I can get to 6 pretty easy. That's kind of where I fall. I'll probably have some issues on 5. This guy is pretty funny, actually. It's funny because the bosses are generally easy until you kind of get to until you get later on. Your range is just longer than his, so just stand at a nice little distance and swing away. The boss for stage 2 just involves crouching, so it is what it is. The bosses are pretty easy. Oh, okay. So I tried to be a little quick, and yeah, didn't pay off. You'll realize that as you progress through this, most of your deaths are going to be from falling. They're not. There's plenty of times where I've had my life bar drained, but most of the time, why even bother having a life bar? We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Other than that, it's pretty simple. You have jump and attack. These little Mike Tyson guys crack me up. I don't know. Mike Tyson's been he's been in a lot of games inadvertently. It's just kind of like a little history for Street Fighter, at least. You have M. Bison, which is Mr. Bison. Well, he's actually Vega in the Japanese versions, and he was always meant to be Vega. The reason they switched it was because Balrog, which was what we consider Vega, it's one of the first real hard jumps there, was originally called M. Bison for Mike Bison. It's supposed to be a Mike Tyson ripoff for the boxer, and so due to copyrights, they just kind of nixed the whole thing and switched them around. Obviously, Punch Out. I don't know. Yeah, right here. This pickup is like a godsend. If you don't get this fire ring, you're pretty bummed. I want to see if I can get a damage boost here, like a little speedrun tactics. Can I get it? Yeah, kind of. Saves a little time. Not that I'm worried about time. I just think I want to show off when I can. These little football player guys. Okay. This football player guys crack me up. They have such a one-track mind of just, they want you dead. Everybody wants you dead. Alright. The key to some of these jumps is just get as far to the ledge as you can, and then, yeah. Get as far to the ledge as you can, swing when you go up. You'll see I just picked up Spin Slash, which automatically happens if you have it when you jump. It costs 5 energy, and it just makes life so much easier if you know where to find it. So we're at the second boss right now already. And this guy's easy, you just duck. I'm probably just going to let him hit me a few times. Because he does this, and then he's going to hit you. hit you again, and now you can kill him. Nothing fancy. You'll see me doing this wall thing. I'm more or less just practicing because I'm bad at it. It's way harder than it looks. There's cutscenes in this game are awesome. I mean, the main character, Ryu, no relation to Street Fighter, is trying to avenge his dad's death, who is getting some sort of archaeological dig for demon statues, yada yada. I don't know the whole story. I don't like to watch cutscenes, but they are really good if you do, especially for NES. There is a time stop pickup there, kind of like Zelda. Makes it a lot easier. Oh crap! And did I make it? No, I went too fast. I'm talking, and yeah. Nobody continues, so we'll keep going. But yeah, probably should have let those bullets go off screen. Once you realize I can't jump there. Okay, that is awful. If you hear the dog barking in the background, just ignore it. You know, it is what it is. I basically got my little setup here in our old storage room, which, if you're married and you can't afford a mansion, that's welcome to the real world, right? Alright. Pretty easy stage. Not really, but it's fine. Snow stage is, in my opinion, right here is where things get really hard. Hopefully I make it look easy. That's my goal. If I do, it's just because I have died here, like, I don't know, somewhere close to infinity. Trying to get it through here. Yeah, so you just kind of go slash. All of this is way harder than it looks tonight, so I hope you know, you play it, try it for yourself. Oof, this is where things get rough. But I recently got, jeez, that was bad. Come on, I recently got 2DS because I'm not really into like the newer like 3DS titles. I saw a lot of N64 games being ported over, so I went the cheapest route to get one. And the virtual console store is just awesome. So if you have a Wii or a 2DS, this game is on there for $5, and it's true to everything. I play it all the time on the go, or when my kid has Elmo on the TV and I can't get to it. This he's hard to figure out the first time, and I still might die to him. He shoots these little bullets that are really kind of hard to see. And you can kill them before they hit you. That's probably one of the only ways you're getting around it. There's probably much easier, more effective, faster ways to kill them, but this is what we're doing. We're just going to skip the cutscene again. Bayou stage. This is where things get a little extra tight. This first guy is a nightmare. He's just a complete nightmare. Got little cheetahs. And I hope I didn't miss spin slash, because that's what I want. No, there it is. But you'll see my little energy by the P1, that's my player account, and I use my spin slash. You almost need it to get over that guy. Spin slash takes 5 of your ammo stuff. Oh no, that's bad. What? What? Can't believe. If I would try to recreate that, we'd be here for 2 hours. You kind of never know what's going to happen here. And I'm not going through these stages quickly to try to speedrun this or anything. It's just how I learned to play it. I found that, you know, the respawn rate of enemies in this game is huge. Like, watch this. It's gone. This guy's a nightmare too. Let's see if we can get by him. But the respawn rate for these enemies is so like short that you almost the longer you take, the more trouble you could really be in. Probably should have waited there, but you know, because then you go back a little screen and you get you generate more enemies. You can despawn them by getting them off the screen at certain places, but it's easy to get overwhelmed. And so I just go fast so I don't get overwhelmed. And I think that's probably the easiest way, especially you can learn the stage quickly that way. That bat. This jump right here took me, like, I was probably doing this for an hour before I got it the first time. And you want to get to the very end. Dang it. I think I can just wait and go over him, which is probably going to be the best idea. Yeah, I'm making it too hard. The other reason I try to go fast when learning games like this is because it gives you that muscle memory, that timing, so you can kind of breeze through it afterwards. Just because, the quicker you go, or the more consistent that you go, the less things change every time you play. These birds are kind of a nightmare. Believe it or not, these ninjas with swords or cardboard tubes or whatever they got. If you're a fan of Penny Arcade, no. Looks like it's over for your hero. These things, yeah, the birds do more damage than anything else. They can be a nightmare if you get overwhelmed. But see, like, that happens the same way every time. And so you kind of get used to it. It's a lot of trial and error. But I'm just trying to keep up the best pace I can while being consistent. And I guess probably anybody that wants to learn, just even to beat the game. I'm not speedrunning it. I'm not even trying to speedrun it. But anybody that wants to learn this game. It's trial and error. A lot of memorization and a lot of muscle memory. You have to have pretty quick reflexes, and essentially there's a few different strategies. I believe the sprite limit is 8. So you can either get 8 things, max out the sprite limit, and so nothing else spawns, or you can try to get things off screen as fast as possible, so you have less to deal with. I'm not going to count a limit, so I just try to keep basically as much stuff off the screen as possible so I can go. I probably, I'm at the spot where I'm at a checkpoint, so if you game over, you go back here. So we'll just suicide that. We need full health. And I'm just going to try, I think, for this playthrough, we're going to try to get through to stage 5, and then next time I play, I'll just, get a game started up get to stage 5. There's no level select, so I'll probably just play through my own until stage 5, and then restart from there. And then that'll probably be a whole separate episode, and then stage 6 is the or level 6, I guess, whatever stage level is going to be like the final stretch. That might be like 5 episodes, because that's ungodly, ridiculously hard if you're not like a super speedrunner kind of person. And I'll tell you why is it's got a lot of mashing involved. So I'll just show you over here. When you jump and you tap, you can get your sword once, maybe twice in the air. But if you alternate down, and yeah, you see I'm getting like a little more. If you hit down, resets it. Let go of down, hit B in the air, and the more you slash, the faster you mash, and so the more damage you're going to do. So that can kind of come into some advantage. It comes into a lot of advantage where if you're good, you just kill the final boss before he has a chance to do anything really nasty to you. I'm not that good at it, so I've got to do it the intended way, if you will, the non-glitch way. And like these guys, you can pretty much just slash them off the platform. These guys are just a nightmare sometimes when you first play them. The patterns are simple enough, okay? So you can follow the patterns like 1, they're pretty simple. And the thing is, though, is that the life bar, you basically go through, like each gargoyle, I believe, or at least it acts like they have separate life bars. Because the life bar didn't move and that guy died, I don't know. All I know is that if you don't go fast enough, there's places where they can't hit you and you can get a hit at a time in. But if you don't go fast enough, then they're just gonna, a third one spawns, and etc., etc., and it becomes just a nightmare. It's just about it. And there's this like demon lady. You know what? We're gonna try to go through the first few screens of 5 just because I'm here. Just kind of run through it. But this is a game like if you have a Wii U or a 3DS or 2DS or something. Go to the virtual console and pick this up. I mean, for $5, it's amazing. I remember as a kid, like my friend played it. I never owned it actually, but I would go to a friend's house and play it. And these were kind of back in the days where I'm just gonna climb up above this guy. Some of the games, a lot of times, even when you're a kid, are just so hard that the only thing that kept you coming back is if the first two levels were good. You know, you rent a game and you're just like, first two levels better be good, or else you don't get very far. Oof. That's fine, I'll retry the screen. That's another thing I miss, like, they still rent games, but like, why? I mean, you have online multiplayer, then you have to get, just to do that, you need season passes and DLC. It's just, it doesn't pay to rent a game. Plus, it's like egregiously expensive for a 5-day rental. You're like talking $20, you get a late fee, it's like 30. By that time, it's just buy it for 60. But you know, when you're a kid, these games are still the same price. You have to, you know, you see some of these games that suck, and my cartridge is messing up. But games were $50 back then. I mean, I remember when they jumped from 50 to 60, but it's still not that. It still wasn't that much cheaper. In fact, with inflation, you could argue more expensive. So renting was a big deal, especially since you know this is like a 10-minute game. You'd be paying $50. I'll try to do, and that's why like if you were silly enough to buy Shaq Fu, you'd be disappointed, or not. I don't know. The kind of person that would buy Shaq Fu, you probably got what you were expecting, right? You know, there's no real secrets to. It's not like you were oof. And the cartridge messing up. I'm using a janky cartridge. Is the cue to probably cut this. If I do any episodes in the past, in the future of this, I'll probably just do 5 as a separate one, 6 as a separate one. But I just thank you guys for watching. I just love playing old games, talking about them. Hey, hit the like button. You know, I'm needy, so even if you didn't like it, hit it. Give me a false sense of hope. But just God bless you for coming up to the channel. So with this game over screen, I will say peace out.